Okay, so my name is Megan, and people call me Meddin because I don't know why. It's just how my name evolved throughout school. Um, I yeah, it's not much about me. Stuff that I like to do. I like to cook like a lot. That's what I want to go to college for. So I love food, of course. And also, while I'm thinking of it, I have a really terrible habit of not paying attention to the camera that's in front of me and to my picture on the screen, which is on another screen in general. Um, but anyways, I also love animals, like a lot. Like I have 3 cats, 2 dogs, a turtle, a bird, and a fish. And I also really want a snake, but my mom won't let me. Um, I also like video games. I have an Xbox 360 and an Xbox One, a PC, and a 3DS, and what else do I have? And a PS4. I had a PS3, but I sold it a week ago because I never use it. Oh, I also have a Wii U, and so I really love Assassin's Creed. It's my favorite. I've already pre-ordered Assassin's Creed Syndicate, the gold version. I really wanted the Big Ben version, but the GameStop didn't have it, so I guess I'll have to get the stuff separately. I just shook my desk. Um, what do I do? I volunteer at the animal shelter. Um, it's Montgomery Humane Society. I work with cats because I love cats. Um, I love volunteering there. I haven't been able to lately because all the crap that's been going on. Just it's crazy, and so hopefully I'll get back to it next week. Hopefully. I also really like to sleep. I'm always tired. Of course, I'm a teenager, so you know, sleep is a very big thing in teenagers. I like to play video games, of course, all the time. I already said that. And I cook all the time. I already said that too. What I want to do, I'm not completely sure if I want to go to college for culinary school or computer tech, but I really love to cook, like I said, and I really want to go to the Culinary Institute of America in San Antonio because I don't want to go to California or New York at all. But I guess this upcoming school year at Trim, I'm going to figure out what if I want to do culinary or computer tech. If I do culinary, great. I'm going to start out with a year of that and then I'm going to transfer to school in San Antonio. If I don't, then I'm going to do computer tech and I'm going to do that here and hopefully get a really good job working for the government because everyone needs computer tech people. Um, why I want to do these vlogs. I'm bored all the time. I have too much free time. I just graduated and I have no job, and so I have way too much free time between. And you can't volunteer all day every day because it kills me. And well, I mean I can, but I'm really lazy. And I have an expensive webcam that is completely underused. A while back I had some computer issues and I was thinking that it was my webcam, and I was like, well, I can afford this really nice Logitech webcam, so I'm gonna get it. And that was like a year ago. I don't really do video stuff or take pictures on it because why would I do that when I have a phone? And so I started using the microphone on it for Skype with my friends when I play computer games with them. But I haven't been doing that lately either. And so what's the point of having it? In fact, I just plugged it in after having it unplugged for about a week. Um, so every time I do this, I'm gonna have a topic. All right, and today's topic is life can suck. Life can suck, especially after you graduate. If you're like not employed, or if you're not gonna do summer college. I'm not gonna do summer college because registration closed about 2 weeks ago. While I was sleeping, I got a phone call, and they left a voicemail, and my phone was like, "I'm not gonna show you your voicemail until 2 weeks later." So I'm not doing summer college. And it's just once you graduate college or high school, if you don't have a job or anything to do like that, you feel kind of useless. You know, I sleep in a lot and then I go wake up for a few hours and then I play video games, eat some food, maybe go shopping, and then I go back to sleep. So it's like I've got nothing to do, you know? But the sucky thing about it really is you have to do these thank you notes. You know, you send out a bunch of graduation invitations and only half the people reply to them because the other half are like, whatever, I don't even like you that much. And so you're like, all right, I got to do these for the people who actually like me. And so I did them. Well, I'm not doing them yet. I have a template written out because I couldn't think that much, and so it's literally got like 1, 2, 3 lines of words, not including the dear and yours, the dear whoever and yours truly. And so I've got that and addresses. I just suck because if you don't know where everyone lives, then you're like, oh, I got to figure out where this person is and how I can get to them and all that stuff. And then you need stamps. Now, I don't know about everywhere else, but here where I live, stamps are kind of hard to come by if you don't wake up until 1 in the afternoon. Because Monday and Tuesday are the only days that the post office here is open past noon. And they close at like 4. And I am not someone who likes to get up and go as soon as they wake up. I like to like lay down in bed for an hour and then finally get up and walk around in PJs for 2 hours until I finally decide that I should probably do something with my hair and put some real clothes on. Maybe. And so it's been a pain in the butt because the rest of the week they close at noon. And so the last time I had a chance to go to the post office, I was like, yeah, I can finally get stamps because I really need some of these notes. I pulled into the parking lot, and then I was like, I can't get out of the car because I have 2 dogs in the car. And so I was stuck in the car, and I was like, I thought I was brilliant, but I'm not. And so I had to continue going to where I was heading. And so today, finally, I got the chance to go and get stamps. And I was like, I need a book of stamps. And they were like, you're really excited? I'm like, yeah, because I've had a hard time trying to get these stamps. So I have a book of stamps. And, you know, it seems really expensive, $10 for this much, but it's not really that much because I'll probably use about half of them and then I won't use them again for another year. So, or maybe until I graduate college. But that's not the only thing that sucks when stuff is all happening at one time. Moving also sucks. I'm moving about 30 minutes away from where I used to live because since I graduated, there's no need for me to stay in the same school district. And there's no need for my mom to stay there either. So my mom's like, I'm going to buy a house here in Montgomery. And so we bought a house. And that was like a month ago. And you would think it'd be super easy to get moved in and everything. But we didn't hire anybody. Like, this is the first time we've moved without hiring anybody because when you're in the government job field, they'll pay for you to move. And so every 3 years, we would have someone come and pack up all of our stuff, move it from one place to the next, usually across the country. And they would put the boxes where they need to go. Here, we never even put stuff in boxes. We put them all in tubs, like, those little storage tubs with the lids. Yeah, we put them in those. And I had to carry them back in my car because my car's got the big trunk and all the space. And so I had to carry them back all the way over here, pull them out, unpack them, find places for it to go temporarily, and then bring all the tubs back. And we only have 5 tubs, and they're only about maybe 2 feet long and 1.5 feet across, and maybe the same depth. And so it's like really difficult. And then we kept getting screwed over by a couple of truck companies because the first week that we were like, hey, we really need this big truck to carry all of our big stuff, like, bed frames and corner cabinets and the dining room table and all that stuff. And they were like, all right, we'll have it to you. You can pick it up by 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday, and you can keep it however long you need. Well, 4 o'clock Friday comes on, they call us and say, hey, we don't have the truck. And so we're like, all right, well then do you have anything smaller? Because we can do with a little bit smaller. And they're like, we don't have any trucks at all. And we're like, fine. And so the next week comes, we scheduled for the next week. We reserved a truck for the next week. And we say, we're going to pick it up in the afternoon on Friday and turn it in probably Saturday afternoon or Sunday morning. Friday afternoon on the next week comes along, and they're like, all right, you can pick up the truck at 4 p.m. Friday night or Friday afternoon, and you can turn it in. It has to be turned in by 12 o'clock Sunday or Saturday. We're like, we weren't even fixing to start packing until 8 in the morning, and that's not going to be long enough because we have to get everyone who's helping to the house, pack everything, get it over to the other house, unpack it, and then finally get the truck over there by 12. It's not going to work like that. And so we're like, screw it, we will schedule again. And we also got another truck company, and they were like, all right, we'll have a truck. And they did have a truck, but we also found out we had plumbing issues here and can't, move the washer and dryer here. And we can't take a shower here. And you can hardly flush the toilet because our main line was all backed up and it had to get cleaned, which happened today, so that's why I'm here. And so I've come back to living here because it's just nice to have a quiet place every now and then, all that. But I'm kind of trying to get my friend to come back here because she's moving in with us. But, stuff like that. She was like, no, I don't feel like coming over. So I'm like, okay. And so I'm kind of here on my own. It's very nice to be on my own. And oh crap, wake up computer. Sorry, my screen went blank and I have to have it for my notes. Um, so what needs to be done after that is, well, they did it today, and I was asleep when the guy came, and so he called my mom and was like, hey, this is what happened, what's happening. Mom's like, door should be unlocked, just go in and find her, she should be asleep in her room. And so he came in and was like, hey, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I was asleep. And he was like, yeah, that's fine, I'm gonna just go work on the front yard. And I'm like, all right. And he's like, don't run any toilets. And I'm like, oh, I really have to go to the bathroom. And so I went back to sleep for a few hours, even though I wasn't supposed to. And I was like, well, and my mom called me and was like, hey, are you awake? I'm like, I am now. And she's like, you went to sleep. And I'm like, I'm sorry. But it's just a pain in the butt. So I finally got dressed and decided maybe I'll go volunteer today, which is why I have my volunteer shirt. And so I got up and mom's like, hey, go look, take a look at the dogs, make sure they haven't destroyed my bedroom at the other house. So I drove over there and I was like, all right, you guys are good. I'm hungry. So I found some food in the freezer, which mom was like, we don't have any food there. And I'm like, oh, I'll take a look anyway. So I found some chicken nuggets, which chicken nuggets are good. And I ate that and I had a headache. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to sit here for a little while because I didn't have any medicine. So I'm going to sit here for a while and see if it'll go away. And I fell asleep. That was at like 2. And then I woke up with my mom and family texting me at 4, and I was like, oh, the shelter's going to close in an hour. I don't think I'll volunteer today. And so I didn't get the chance. So, yeah, moving sucks because washers and dryers are all at the other house. And so if I need laundry done, I have to get everything in a car, go and get it washed, and pick it up the next day. It's like when you, it's like getting stuff dry cleaned. You drop it off and you pick it up the next day or something like that. It's a pain in the butt moving. But anyways, that's all I've got to say. So I guess that's it. Bye.